just do this. 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 And this. No doubt about it, we've had more than our fair share of scuba diving stories. It's our way of saying 60 feet below sea level is way cool. So we should do everything we can to make sure it stays that way. We're a TV show. We think that producing underwater stories and giving the fish some airtime goes a long way towards saving Mother Earth. And although it's us you see on your screen, if you look real close, you just might catch a glimpse of the person who makes it all happen, the producer. This is GamePlan's main man, the Jack or Jane of all trades that cues the cameraman and the underwater cameraman, and yes, the very same one that tells me what to do and what questions to ask. The producer is the one in charge on land, and if it's a scuba diving story, under the water. Currently, GamePlan only has 2 diver producers. In light of that shortage, Big Boss Joy decided to require underwater producer training.
Why do the producers have to learn how to scuba dive?
I think it's part of their job. When we do stories for GamePlan, we usually find ourselves participating in the sport as well. You should be able to experience it for yourself. And the only way to do that is to be a certified scuba diver.
We need a scuba diving license? Aye aye, ma'am, said the producers, but not without some slight hesitation.
The basic skills are what do you do in case you get water inside your mask, how do you remove the water from your mask, how do you find your regulator when you lose it, and how do you help your buddy if your buddy runs out of air.
Finally, Team GamePlan is going diving.
Yay!
They've done their homework. They've completed the training sessions. Our producers were all set for sun and sea and some fascinating marine life.
Diving is different for everyone eh. Yung iba, it's an adventure. Yung iba, conquering their fears. Yung iba, they want to relax. Gusto ko lang makita nila yung magic ng diving. Okay? Hindi yung technical ano. Basta once they get in the water, they see all the marine life and the corals. Yun lang ma-describe ko, magic siya eh.
Our dive destination? Mainit, just a few short minutes from the Aquaventure Reef Club. The dive site was known for its strong current, which of course brought in the bigger fish. The sun was out and the weather was clear, so Tantan felt the dive was doable. We were game. We wanted this monumental dive to be nothing short of spectacular.
It was kind of unnerving, but when we got down, there were just so many things to see.
First, parang magpapanik eh. Kasi sanay kami sa confined eh, sa pool. Tapos ngayon, parang ang laki na ng environment namin.
It's a sensory overload actually. So parang hindi sila makakoncentrate.
Scuba diving may not be a team sport, but for Team GamePlan, it was. I watched the producers help each other with their balance, and I saw them pull themselves together. After all, there was still some work to do. They had to show their dive instructor that the basic skills they learned in the Aqua One pool were no sweat here in the deep blue sea. Class dismissed. Everyone passed with flying colors. Now, let's get on to the good stuff.
But when we got down, there were just so many things to see. All the little fish and the colors.
Nakakatuwa pati yung mga corals. Kasi parang you could see big ones talaga, parang mga boulders. Tapos magugulat ka, parang wall na talaga. Tapos parang may parang glint of oranges. Tapos magugulat ka biglang yung ibu siya. Yung pala, may mga baby, small fishes. Tapos sobrang ganda.
Ang sarap ng feeling kasi parang nandiyan ka sa loob ng isang malaking aquarium, tapos lahat gumagalaw, hindi artificial. As in, may life, may motion. Tapos ang fun lang kasi parang role reversal for the fishes and for us. Kasi yung mga fish na lalagay natin sa aquarium. Pero at this point, tayo yung tinitingnan ng mga isda, uy, sino sila? Anong ginagawa nila?
There's nothing quite like it. Eventually, parang nakarelate ako sa mga video na nakikita ko. Ngayon, this time, parang sabi nga ni Karen, parang isang malaking aquarium siya na ikaw yung pumasok na sa aquarium.
There was 1, 2, 3. Tapos mamaya pag isang namin, academy, school na.
It was a first for me as well. What we saw was just incredible. Barracudas, lots of them. And on their checkout dive, I mean, how lucky can they get? It couldn't get any better. Could it?
Isa ako sa mga huling nag-check. So, yung ginagana niya yung flashlight, hindi ko makita kasi ang daming silk. Tapos parang walang gumagalaw. Tapos biglang zoom. Parang naririnig ko pa yung sound na zoom. Uy, shark pala yun.
The clock was ticking and the air was running out. Figuratively, of course. With an awesome fishtail safely deposited in our memory banks, we headed up and out and back into our bangkas. Okay, fish traffic, fish traffic. This was Trademark Cathedral. It was so named because of the stone cross that was purposely sunk to mark the spot. It became famous because of the friendly fish that seemed to enjoy being hand-fed.
Gaganon mo lang siya sa fish, tapos ang dami na nila. Takaw pala nila, no? Kaninang umaga, tinatry namin silang hipuin, pero hindi sila lumalapit sa amin. So, this time, gaganon mo lang yung kamay mo, nagbabite-bite na sila, nafe-feel mo sila, ang dulas na skin nila, tapos mag-aagawan talaga sila. Tapos mas masaya na ilagay mo sa harap ng mask mo, masaya up close, nakikita mo talaga.
Mainit or cathedral? Sharks and barracudas or this fun fish feeding experience? We couldn't decide which was the better dive. Nevertheless, we tipped our hats to Mother Nature and we thanked our lucky stars that Jacques Cousteau invented scuba diving.
Siguro isa to sa mga experiences na ina-appreciate ko na nag-work for GamePlan. I mean, sino ba naman yung mag-work na magda-dive and it's part of work, tapos ang dami-daming mo mapupuntahan na lugar na hindi mo ma-imagine na mapupuntahan mo.
Prior to this dive, there was some dive footage na we had to look over, and then parang I just stopped and parang, oh, okay, now I know what they're doing. But I understand now sometimes when you guys get interviewed, when you get up and just say, galing, galing, galing. I understand now the speechlessness, the aspect of that, because parang it's just really overwhelming.
And so, this dive story comes to an end. But in fact, it's only the beginning. From 2 diver producers to 6 diver producers. That means you'll be seeing 3 times more underwater stories in your favorite sports show. Imagine that. We just beefed up our crusade to save the seas.